What is going on, guys? Welcome back in another episode of RoadCraft. We're making our way through this map slowly but surely. This game's definitely a grind, but looks like we got to go find the gas power plant. So we're gonna go ahead and track that. And then where the heck is that? And where is our closest base? So we got to go in uncharted territory. It looks like harbor base, maybe. Let's see. We can definitely dispatch vehicles from there, and we have a bridge. It looks like that's completed here. So let's go ahead. We'll dispatch from here. Let's get in our scout vehicle. Let's see if we can find that. I don't even know where it was, so we got to deploy that. Actually, let's look at the map because we're all the way over here. Do we have anything over here that we can maybe get to? The mountain base would probably be pretty easy. Let's actually retain it there and start there. I think that would be easier. So let's go ahead, take the parking brake off. Get this show on the road. Let's get our all-wheel drive on. We don't need the diff lock just yet. And figure out how to get out of this parking lot here. Let's see. Try to get my bearings once we get in kind of the center of town here. Everything on this side's not too bad that we've seen so far. They got paved streets, things like that. We did a couple of the side missions off screen on the other side of the map, and that was pretty brutal, if I'm being honest. Had to make a couple bridges. Ooh, what did we just run over? Are we dragging something? Had to pour a lot of sand, fill in a bunch of what seemed like lakes. I mean, that was something. So we're gonna want to maybe. Looks like we got an objective here also. So if we make a left, we could follow this, and hopefully there's a road that kind of leads there too. So let's give that a shot. And see what is ahead of us in these clouds up above. Not too bad just yet. Can we get through all these trees and everything pretty easy? Seems like it so far. Seems like we can kind of just run right over them, but we do have some sand there. We'll have to keep that in mind if we plot any points. I think those bigger vehicles almost get through that a little easier than we do. And it looks like we got our first objective right here.
That mill has seen better days, hasn't it? You could say that about most things around here.
That's it. That's all you got for me, Kelly. Alright, so we're going to have to create a path. Can we just move those kind of out of the way a little bit? It's not too bad. Can we just ram these up and out of the way? No. We can't. That would have been the easy way out. Push that over there at least. And maybe we can roll it this way? Alright. That's a little wider than it was. One more should do the trick just in case we got to get some trucks through here. Alright. I'm feeling decent about that. Let's onwards and upwards this bad boy. So definitely going to have to come back here at some point. Where are we at here? Oh, that's up and over. We went in. We should have went left. How did we even get up here? So we're in here. Can you get out here maybe and then just go up and over these rocks perhaps? Let's try that. Back the way we came. Might already be getting ourselves into some trouble here, but that's okay. I think it was this little. Ooh, that's gonna be deep on the bigger trucks. This one should handle it no problem, but the other trucks are probably gonna have an issue with that. Maybe down and around these bushes, perhaps. Just running everything over. I love it. Perfect. So now we're on the road that we need to get on. Left or right? Left or right? Scared. Looking good. There we go. Alright, Kelly, you got anything for us?
If we can get the gas power plant running again, we can get juice to the whole region. Plot a route from Mbala to the plant, and our maintenance crew will do the rest.
Alright, let's see how difficult that's gonna be. So we just found a way. No, that's a different thing, right? Repair the gas power plant. How do we track it? And then where does it want us to go? We got to go from. Is it the substation we got to go from? No, we got to go from. Where the hell's Mbala? Okay, this is Mbala. And we got to go to the gas power plant. Okay, so we just kind of did that. We should be able to. Oh, they're coming out from here? Okay, interesting. Let's get them on the main road. See if we can get them to stay on the main road. It shouldn't be too bad. I don't. Unless I'm completely missing something. Should just kind of just be a straight shot in there, shouldn't it? They really shouldn't have any issues with the trees. Is that gate open? Looks like the gate's open. But we could probably, let's delete this point. We could probably have them turn in here a little bit. And go up and around. Makes their entry a little bit easier for us. What are those? Just trees? Okay. Not too bad. Alright, let's dispatch them and see what happens. Looks like another scout vehicle. Perfect. Is there gonna be another one behind you? Yeah, we got the big dog right behind you. Okay. So if we can kind of just watch from this angle, we could probably see if we have any issues, but we just did it in the scout vehicle, so there's no reason homeboy over here shouldn't be able to do it either. Just hoping that big one can make those tight turns and everything that we kind of put them through. Okay, no reason to go over rocks unnecessarily, but that's okay. The big boy in the back, he should have a much easier time over those rocks. Should be able to just drive right over top of them. And our scout right here. Let's see, no issues with the trees. Perfect. Have them give a nice little turn there. That's the turn I'm kind of most worried about with the big one in the back there, though. As long as you can make that. Shouldn't have any issues. Yeah, it looks like he kind of blasted right through that. So we're looking good. This should be set up nice and easy for us. Didn't realize there was a little puddle there, but that honestly shouldn't be too deep either. That should be a job well done. I think we just gotta wait for this last one to go in there, and then we should be good. Should be good. Perfect. Got some cash in our pocket. Objective complete.
Looks like we have a problem at the gas power plant. A pipeline seems to have sprung a leak. Or 5. The crew have narrowed it down to the gas distribution substation. It got beaten up pretty good by the storm. How about you take a drive and check it out?
Okay. So, what does she want us to do? Find a way to the steel pipes facility, examine the piping system. Are those two different things, I guess? I don't know where the piping system's going to be. Looks like we got one there. And then where was the other thing? I don't know. maybe, oh, I guess it's this steel pipes facility. So we just gotta find our way into the pipe facility. And then if we have problems with the piping system, we're probably gonna want that done first. So let's open this, track that, and then get back in our scout and get going. Right? That sounds like a solid plan if you ask me. Onwards and upwards, my friends. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stay on the little road here. Shouldn't be too far. Just gotta make our way back down the hill. This thing is flying downhill, I'll tell you that much. I think we should go down, get on some flat ground here, and then kind of recheck the map. Because this is where it gets a little wonky. Okay, it wants us to get in over there. Looks like there was an entrance. And if we go back up the hill, make a left at the rock, kind of the way we were. Okay. I see. I see what it wants us to do. We probably could have taken the long way, stayed on the road, but let's take a little shortcut here and see what happens. Make this right here. I think it was this one, right? Can we get down these rocks? Don't flip over or nothing. Please and thank you. And that should be a job well done. Yes, this is where we were in the first place. Okay, we just kind of did it out of order. Okay. Clear the area of objects. Okay. So let's get this out of the way, because I don't think we're going to be able to just ram those. What we're going to want... Should we get the... We have a couple options here. So, where's our closest base? Or like our closest garage. The mountain base, I guess. We just do the same thing. That's fine. Let's go ahead. Get in the garage. Which one do we want? Do we want this guy and we can just push them out of the way? Or do we want the crane looking thing? Where is that thing? This thing. I'm tempted to use this, but I think this one's going to be a little quicker to get over there. So let's retain that, deploy that, and get him over there. Yeah, see, this moves pretty good, this one. And we already kind of seen the route. We don't have too many, sunken puddles and rocky terrain and things like that, so we can just get this guy over there, probably push everything out of the way. We should be looking pretty good. Alright, I'm gonna be so honest, we got it here, but we definitely did not make it look easy. We ran into a couple headaches, so on the way over here definitely took the wrong route, but needless to say, we're here now, so we can go ahead, get this thing lined up, and get these things moved out of the way. And I think if we just lower this down, we should be able to just kind of force them out of the way. Just as easy as that. Perfect. So we can move that back up, put our brake on, kind of see what we're doing. So that one's done, and then we need to examine the piping system. So let's get back in this guy. And then that's off to... Okay, it's down there. Okay. We almost went down there earlier, so we should be able to get down there no problem. Let's get around all this nonsense. Looks like we got ourselves a little ramp right here, so that's good. Boom, there it is. Nice and easy. Alright, that one wasn't too bad.
Looks like the steel pipes facility needs major repairs. And by major, I mean more than you and I can handle in a few minutes. Set up a route from Mbala to the steel pipes facility. Our people will take care of the rest.
Okay. So this is where we're gonna get a little tricky here because we have a lot of routes going on right now. And I feel like they're going to start running into each other. So what do we want to do? Okay, that's our first plot. And we want to go up to the steel pipes facility. So we should be able to just come through here. Alright, nothing crazy, nothing major. And just come straight in. Okay, perfect. So let's start nice and small, nice and easy. And get around some of those early obstacles. And this one shouldn't be too bad at all. Not sure what some of that stuff in the road is, but these big trucks should be able to handle it. I would freaking hope so. Going uphill. Should be able to just go a straight shot right in here. Probably have to dispatch him and move that thing out of the way. That angle might have been too... Yeah, I want to go back and do this. That angle might have been a little too tough there. So we can probably... I just don't want to get stuck on that steel pipe. Is what my concern is. But as long as we move that truck out of the way, we should be good. So before we watch them, let's go, where was it? This one right here. Back you up out of the way. Okay, that might have been a little overkill, but we're okay. And let's find those vehicles and let's spectate. A couple of big boys shouldn't have an issue with this. I don't think there's a third one. Usually they send them in twos, so sometimes it's a scout, sometimes it's two of the bigger ones, but as long as they don't tip over on some of these rocks, we should be okay. Good so far. As long as they don't get bogged down right there. That was a little concerning. Oh, he's going to give him a little help. But who's going to help him? Oh, the one in the back must have like way more power or something. Because he just... That blue one might have got stuck if it wasn't for him. He's basically pushing him the whole way. I hope the turn doesn't mess them up together. Okay, okay, oh, yep, there, and that's where we messed up. Okay, so let's, how do we need to fix that somehow. I almost feel like, can we cancel route, and we need to do something up here. We need to like fix these pipes, I think. Give them as much space as possible. It's gonna start with this guy. Oh, okay. Completely missed our target there. Come on now, it's starting to rain. That's a little concerning. Why are you not moving at all? There we go. You were caught up on something, but let's turn you all the way over here. There you go. Hopefully we didn't need that route for anything. Pretty sure that's the route we took earlier with our scout. So that's going to be a problem. Making things a little more difficult for ourselves when we don't need to. That's gonna be okay. And we shouldn't have to replot this one either. Let's get you up and out of the way as best we can. Perfect. Now let's get this truck out of the way and redeploy our boys down there. throw the parking brake on you. And now we can kind of readjust these, I think. I don't know why it sent me all the way back there. Okay, this is where it got a little funky. So let's go ahead, delete these. Why? There you go, like that. Maybe we just move that one. That way he makes that turn. Oh, they're just going to start from right here. Perfect. I thought we were going to have to watch them all the way from the beginning. But this is no issue whatsoever. You're just kind of a straight shot now. Where's your other one at? Okay, he should have a straight shot also. And that should be a job well done now. All we got to do is get him in the garage and we should be sitting pretty. Go ahead and open that up. And once the last one goes in, we'll be $2,000 richer. Perfect. Reps going up, I like it. And now we gotta go examine the piping system. Recycling facilities are the primary means of producing resources. Each facility specializes in one type of resource. The facility recycles metal rubble into metal pipes, gather metal rubble matching the color of the resource. Looks like maybe it's going to be blue. That you want to produce, bring to the recycling zone, and press X to produce the resource. Okay. That shouldn't be terrible. Where would that zone be? Is that what this is? We put it in here and then it gives us our resource right there. Okay. But we got to go find that first. So, where is that going to be? Holy crap. Why is it so dark? And where are we? We're over here, I think. We're this guy right here. So we got to get down. Ooh, can we get through that? We might be able to get through that. Down and out. And then is this a little road right there maybe we can get up? It has to be that road right there. Where was it? I just lost it. It has to be this road right here. So we're going to come out, down, and try to get up this. Perfect. Let's get back up top. I think that's what we need to do. Get back up top and get back on the main road here. Yeah, you can see everything in the bottom there. Let's get out of his way. You got certain things though that are glowing blue, so all those pipes we'll be able to use. That'll be good. We'll have to get our other trucks over here though. That's gonna be kind of a pain in the butt. But we do have a good route. We have a good route now, so we should be no issues there. Oh, they are tearing that up. And then I think this is our turn right here. Problem is the scout's gonna be able to do it. I hope that we don't have to make a route over here for anything, because that's gonna be a problem. And then we're up and to the left. Up and to the left for this little guy, but he is honestly the star of the show so far. Without him, we'd be totally screwed. And we're going into this blind. We have no idea where this road takes us or where we're supposed to be going. Currently, we're going in the opposite direction of whatever our objective is. So, but we do have a clear path up here. Because I have a feeling at some point, even though this is all the way over here, at some point we're gonna have to bring like our crane and stuff in here. I just have that feeling. So hopefully that thing can make it up through here. Looks like we got one of our spots right over there to the right. Got ourselves a little stone pathway here too, so are we supposed to go down or are we supposed to go up? Let's keep going down, see what happens, because there's no way the big truck's getting over there. Not over the rocks, but maybe this swings around up here, straight and to the right, maybe? That shouldn't be too bad for the crane. Nice little easy access point right here. That shouldn't be too bad at all. This section of the pipe network was damaged during the storm and needs to be replaced. Follow the pipes and find all the broken segments. Okay. How many broken segments are we talking about? Let's open up this map. So we got the first one right here. Oh no. Okay, where does... Was this the path that we were just on? Yep, and we came down here. What did we do? We came up... Did we come up here? How did we get over there? We came up through here, and we made... Okay, we made a left. We just got to go back, and we got to make a right. Perfect. So let's just retrace our steps here. And get over to that second pipe location. Try not to flip this on any rocks either. As I do a full send down the rocks. Try to stay on the path. Ooh, it's getting bright, that reflection. Can you make it back up these stone pathways? Should be alright. I wonder how difficult this second one's going to be to get to. I wonder if getting that crane might be better suited getting the first one before taking it all the way downhill, fixing a pipe, and then having to take it all the way back uphill to fix the second pipe. That might be kind of a pain in the butt. So we could have made a right here, and yeah, this one's right here. So we're going to have to do this one first. Just assuming it's going to get more challenging. So let's get this. Now that you have scouted all the broken pipes, you will need to restore the steel pipe facility to begin repairs.
That storm really did a number on the gas power plant. Let's find the breaches and patch them with the new pipe segments. Yep, you get to be a plumber now too.
Okay. So what? Oh, let's not roll down the hill here. Let's put that parking brake on. Repair the piping system. So we need two pipes, and we'll get damn near $12,000 for that. I like that, but we need two of them, so we're gonna need a few trucks for this. So we need to get there with the crane first, and we gotta come all the gosh darn it. We're going to have to come all the way from this mountain base all the way up to the steel pipes facility. That's going to be a pain in the butt. But that's fine. Let's, you know what? We do have a lot of gas. We could try to use, this thing's like kind of like a mobile command center, I guess, if you will. And we can basically drive this to where we need to go. And then we can call out the other two trucks. So I wonder if it's worth doing that or if we're going to need to do that later. It costs gas, but we do have 15 gas. So let's do that. Let's use a new piece of machinery. That's fun. We haven't quite used this yet. Got it. Supply depots, we can get gas or side missions. So we got to keep that in mind. Oh, this thing's like a slow-moving boat / tank, but it should be able to get through a lot of this stuff a lot quicker, and we can get both of our trucks, in theory, over there at the same time without having to drive back and forth. With this, we should be able to just make the drive once, get everything we need in one spot, and we should be looking pretty good. This thing is... Once it gets momentum, this thing's moving awesome. take that. I'll take that 7 days a week. Turned over porta potty. That's a bad day for somebody. That's not what you want to see. Got some traffic here. But I think we should be in good shape. Should be in good shape. Let me just check the map because I know I made this mistake already once. No, we should have came here and then made the left on the dirt path. That's what we wanted to do. So we need to turn this bad boy around and follow that. Good thing we got a circle here. We could just make this U-turn no problem. I think that's we're cranking the wheel, man. We're cranking it. That's as good as it gets, and we barely made it. All right, swing it back the other way. Gosh darn it! Let's run that over. We don't need it. Get your tracks off of this. My goodness. All right, looking good. Looking good. Was it this way? Yes, it was make a left and then another left. And hopefully this thing doesn't get in the way of our route that we have going on over there. But like I said, once it gets up to speed, we're actually looking pretty good with this thing. No, I don't think there's anything that can get in the way of this bad boy right now. I don't know how it does in the mud, but it does pretty good on the wet dirt and the wet sand. Looking good so far. Doesn't even tear up the ground or anything. This is way nicer than driving those two freaking vehicles over here. Now, how's it gonna do with this? Oh, dude, just trucks, basically trucks right through it. Beautiful. Probably would have been in our best interest to maybe pour some sand there, but we're gonna try to survive without it. See what happens here in a few minutes. And then down and to the right. Perfect. Probably have to come back and get those pipes. Which honestly, we should probably just put this up and out of the way. I don't really know how this thing works. Let's just park it there for now. That's fine. And then we got a winch on it, which is nice. But we also have, we have an object scanner and recall vehicles. Perfect. That is so good to know. It almost acts as like a second scout vehicle for us. Why can't I don't want the deployed ones. I want the ones in the no available vehicle. What? Oh, okay. We gotta cycle through them. Yes. Okay. So we want the mule. The mule T1. Are we just cycling through those two? No, that cannot be right. Did we just drive this whole thing over here for no freaking reason? No. Where's my crane at? Ah, we want that one. Now, where'd that put that? Perfect. Put it right there. Okay, so we want to... Okay, had me worried there for a second. We want to recall some vehicles. We want to... How did I do that in the first place? Now what do we want? The Taiga? Is that the dump truck? The problem is I don't know what any of these are. Or is it the Voron? What was the mule? What was the mule one? That's that one. Now all of a sudden we don't have the mule. Yeah, what is this? I don't want to recall it for if it's not what we need, but I'm pretty sure this is it. Where'd it go? I don't know if that was it, but it's gonna have to work. So let's get in. Oh god, we're in the way. Shoot. Okay, I'm sorry. Gosh darn, we didn't know it was gonna be deployed right there, my man. Jeez Louise. Let's just pull this up and out of the way. We don't need it necessarily right now. Put the parking brake on, cool. And we need to get in this bad boy now. And we need to load up some material, which I already kind of see what our first one's going to be. Why is that out? Let's get the anchors off. I don't know why it deployed with the anchors on, but that's fun. I want to get this big, whatever you want to call this thing back here is. So let's try to set ourselves up for success. Go, nope, straighten up. There it is. And just go straight back towards it. That thing right there, the thing that just started highlighted yellow, or blue I should say, sorry. And then, let's see, let's get this up and raised and out. And moved over. And what do we only need enough for 2 steel beams here, so, or steel pipes I should say. Is that retracting? Should be retracting. Slow and steady wins this race. Alright. Looking good. Let's raise that up. We got way too much slack on that. What are we doing here? There we go. And we should probably bring it the other way so we stay even on the ground. And then anchors off. Hopefully we don't flip over. And then probably, I mean, I was gonna put it in the truck if I'm being honest, but can we just drive this all the way down there? Probably not a bad idea. As long as we don't tip or flip or get stuck on anything, we should be okay. Oh. My bad, my bad. I think we just gotta drop it right in here. Metal, rubber, highlighted color of the resources. Yeah, we already kind of got that whole thing. So detach, and that one thing gave us enough for 1 steel pipe, and I just saw another one. So let's, can we fold this up somehow? What are we doing here? I think we can do that. Try not to drive this thing out of control. See how crazy the steering is on this one too? We're gonna have to get this up the hill, through the mud, back and forth. We're gonna have ourselves a pretty difficult time doing that. But as long as we go nice and slow and take our time, we actually should be doing okay. So let's go ahead and get this thing. Not the little guy, I want that thing over there. Target, cycle target. Oh, I just had it, and you can't cycle backwards. Okay, hold on. There it is. Attach. Raise you up. Perfect. That should be enough for another steel beam. As long as we make the clearance here. Yep, looks like we're doing okay. Throw that in there. We got 2 steel pipes. Perfect. So now, how do we get the steel pipes out of here? Take them out. Take them out. Perfect. These hints are getting crazy. They're all up in my way. So we want to go... Whew. A lot of work on this one. A lot of work on this one. We want to get our mule now. And we want to load those 2 up there. It would be nice if we could take that mobile command up there first, load these up, and then just kind of spawn them in. I don't know if they spawn with the materials you need, though. That's kind of the bigger problem here. Okay, that might have been a little too close. Let's get this thing set up a little nicer. Put the parking brake on, jump back into our crane here. Okay, and we want to back up to these things, I think. Go the other way. Oh, it is so gosh darn sensitive. I want to get a little closer. I think it's going to help us in the end. Perfect. Now we just got to grab these. Actually, let's put our anchors out. Cycle targets. Oh, shoot. Come down. Should be in pretty good shape if I'm being honest. Don't roll away on me though. Raise it up. We want to come across. Alright. Now, yep, turn that, lower it down. Let's see, hold on, we're getting a little wonky here. There we go. Much better. And swing her back around, get the second one. Perfect. Probably want to raise that up some though. Come on. Get up in the air, please, would you? And then, let's see, what angle are we attacking this from? Definitely don't want it to fall out. That should be pretty good. Oh, dude, we freaking crushed that one. Hell yeah. Alright. So now we want to take the anchors off. We got to get this. We got to get this all the way up that mountain now. And we'll come back for that truck. Can't do anything without this guy though first. Oop, there's the wall. Okay, that wasn't so bad. I dig that one. So we gotta get up there. So okay. Oh, oh. Let me get out of the way. Let me get my man. What are the AI just it won't break. It won't. Oh, you son of a bee. You son of a bee. Can we just get it up over this? Maybe? He completely rammed us and got us stuck. Are you kidding me? And he's still trying to do it. Screw it. We're just gonna reset ourselves here. We're gonna spend the gas. How freaking annoying is that? Alright, let's see. What are we looking for? Is it this one? Can't believe we're wasting gas on that. That's so dumb. I digress. Let's try to get out of here without getting mollywopped by our own guys this time. don't see him, so we should be in good shape here. I just kind of forgot where we were supposed to be going, though. Down here. And then how did we do that the first time? We went up this way? No, we went up this way. Okay, down here and to the right. Perfect. I so hope this crane is strong enough to get up there. Stay out. Don't get bogged down. Come on, man. You can do it. It's not that. I think it's this right here. Beautiful. Are you strong enough to get up the mountain, though? That is the question. The answer was a resounding yes. A little further and to the left. Come on. Come on, Betsy. Get up there. Get around this corner and we'll make our way over to those steel pipes. God, that AI pissed me off, dude. Why would he just keep ramming us like that? Alright, are you strong enough to get up here? Come on. You want to go in low? I don't know if low... I don't know if low's what we wanted there. Not too bad. Oh, 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 oh. Don't fall off the mountain, though. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Right, and I think what we wanted to do is go right. Yes. First one to the right is going to be much easier to get this down to the left. Oh, the steering on this thing is killing me. It is so sensitive and is so delayed. Okay. So first things first, let's get this stupid scout vehicle out of the way. Beautiful. And then we can... Should we get back in this or bring the other... Let's get back in this for now. Do kind of everything one step at a time here. Okay, let's get the anchors out first. Can we go up? Why are we... that one. Okay. Let's swing her around town. Probably want to go up a little bit. And then I'm pretty sure what we're doing is just yanking this thing off. Just like so. Probably just drop it right out of place. Perfect. Get our anchors, fold this thing up. And honestly, we should probably leave this thing right where it is. It's actually in the perfect spot. We can just take that other truck and park it right next to it. As long as we can figure out where that dang truck is down here. Perfect. So we want to strap that cargo in and be on our way, boys. Get these pipes replaced, lay some pipe. That's all she ever asked for, man. Happy wife, happy life. Get these pipes in there. And we will see you guys back at that site. Alright, that wasn't so bad. We made ourselves some room here so we can get ourselves right next to it. And we should be able to do this no problem. Put the brake on. Let's hop into this other vehicle. Get these down. Oh, we should have unstrapped that first. That's not what I wanted. I want this one. And unstrap it, perfect. A little back and forth action here for you. Let's see if we know what we're doing here. No, I don't want to pick up the whole truck. Can we extend this? I want to get the other one. Perfect. And we should be able to just kind of swing this right around nice and slow. Slow and steady wins the race, and we should be able to put this right up there. No freaking problem. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Let's get this. Let's fold this up. And we're going to have to figure out how to turn around here. Make our way down to the other one. Alright. That wasn't so bad, actually. I feel like this one actually turns around better than most of them. Alright, let's snake our way down there. And then we'll meet up this truck in a second. Come on, you can do it. Get over that. Alright. Don't get stuck on that already. Guess it helps that the freaking parking brake isn't on. Alright. Let's see. How did we get down there in the first place? I think it would have been a right here, right? That makes sense. Glad we're doing this in the sun. It would be a little more difficult if it was raining, wouldn't it? Probably almost definitely jinxed us though. Where? Oh, it's all the way down there. That looks a little too treacherous, honestly, to get this thing through there. I think we got to go down, up, and around. Take the long way. Be nice and safe about it. I honestly think that that's the better move here. So that's what we're going to do. Bounce across these rocks. My bad. Looking good. We are definitely looking good. And then I think there was a little pathway up here somewhere. Is it? Oh yeah, right here. Beautiful. This is nice and easy. This one's a little higher up though. It might be a little more difficult. Let's get it level with it. Put the parking brake on, anchors out, and let's get this bad boy on the road. Let's see, straight up. Do we have to go above it, I wonder? Probably could have just yanked it right out. Yep, because that's kind of the edge of it right there. Can we actually pull the rope? Can we pull the rope tighter? Nope. That's making my job harder. What if we yank it this way? Yep. Perfect. Drop that out of the way. Bye, dude. See ya. Have a nice life down there. Alright, let's... where was that other vehicle at? Perfect. We're going to strap this up. Turn around. Get down there, and that's going to be a job well done on the day, boys. Little 17-point turn here for you. Come on now. Come on, Betsy. You can do it. Man, this is beautiful. I don't know. Where did it say we were? I don't know where we are, but there's a palace down there, which is kind of interesting. So I don't know exactly. It's kind of like we're in the desert, but we got a lot of trees and other things going on here. So I'm not really sure where we are. And they get hurricanes, so I'm a little confused on that. But I digress. That's fine. Get this bad boy down there. Don't go flipping, please. Ooh, ooh, ooh. My bad. Perfect. There we go. God, man, it would be seasick. It'd be nauseous trying to drive that thing bouncing like that. My goodness. what's the best route here? Probably next to it. We'll just have to fold the crane and start over. I think that's going to be the best move, if I'm being honest. Don't go down the hill, please. Put the parking brake on, unstrap that. Beautiful. Almost like we know what we're doing at this point. As I jump into the wrong vehicle. Alright, let's fold the crane, and now we can start over. Tighten that up a little bit. Perfect. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Get this up there. Oh, we might have just crushed that. Hold on. Tell me we're not gonna have enough to go out. Come on. Oh no. Oh no. It lit green. I thought you could just drop it in there. Holy cow, that would have been freaking terrible. Alright, let's not make any mistakes here. Let's go up as high as we possibly can. No. Oh, we're literally catching this thing in midair. I don't know why it's doing that. Because that seems like it should be in there. There it is. You had to wait, had to be patient. Oh, we almost lost that. My goodness. Looks like we got ourselves a new vehicle too. The Vostok TK53 Croc. Alright, adjustable plow, enormous pulling power, provides easy access to the ground.
Now, all we need to do is reconnect the town to the power grid. And while you're at it, here's a couple of things you can do to make life easier. This isn't essential, but if you want smooth sailing for the steel pipes to Umbala, a new road will help. If you can build the road, then you can send the convoy from the steel mill to Umbala. And another thing, the pipes south of the pumping station are damaged. If you can find the breach, patch it up. Then your sailing will be even smoother.
Okay. So Kelly's got more work for us. We got to get power onto the grid here. We got a couple of side missions we'll probably do off camera just to kind of replenish the gas that we used in this episode. But hopefully you guys are enjoying. This game is so fun, but it's such a grind. There's so much that goes into each one of these episodes. So much gets cut out. But it is a fun one, so hopefully you guys are enjoying. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button. Drop a like, drop a comment, and we will see you guys in that next episode.